I'm Peter Loshak, and we are previewing Pope 266 right now, and we are joined by SBR contributor Mike Richardson, who is writing an article on this and doing some research on it. We're going to discuss it with him right now, discuss the front runners, the possible long shots, and discuss with possible value with Mike Richardson. Thanks for being here with us.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
All right, great. So, Mike Richardson, we've got a new pope. Pope Benedict is resigning, and this is the first time that this has happened since 1415. And the last two times that a pope actually resigned instead of dying, the books got crushed on the next pope. The public and the sharps were on the same side. It was pretty obvious. Celestine V in 1294, and then Gregory XII in 1415. And interestingly, we have two black popes as the front runners here, both of them from Africa, and then the third front runner is from Canada. What do you have to say about the three front runners?
Well, yeah, it very much looks like a three-horse race.
Yes.
I'd say one of the most interesting bets coming out there is that you can bet on the nationality of the next pope, and any African country is the clear favourite, way ahead of Canada on that one. So I think, yeah, this three-horse race could actually go down to a two-horse race.
What about, I've seen Italy at plus 160. Now, most of the popes traditionally have been Italian. The last two popes, though, were not. And, you know, there are some decent long shots here. What do you think about maybe just betting on the prop Italy, plus 160?
I think these days the Catholic Church likes to look a little bit further afield than its own backyard for its new pope. Yeah, there's been an awful lot of European popes of late, but I do think looking across the board at Africa, that's where the money could lie on this one.
What do you make of the fact that we all know about St. Malachi's prophecy, right? Who prophesied that this is the last pope and that his name will be Petrus Romanus. Petrus Romanus. So that obviously points to the guy from Ghana, Peter Turkson. What do you make of that?
Yeah. Well, Sherlock Holmes doesn't believe in coincidences, and neither do I. I think that's almost the closest thing you're going to get this side of heaven to a sign from God about who's going to be your pope. However, the pope is still flesh and blood, and he's elected by cardinals who are all flesh and blood as well. So maybe they're not going to believe in that prophecy, especially as the second half of that prophecy says that after his time as pope, the city of Rome will fall. So yeah, so Peter Turkson, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but the Catholic Church is very big on forgiveness, so I'm not too worried about that. He might be short odds, but I'm going to put my money elsewhere, possibly on Francis Anisi.
Really? You like Arinzi? I would do the opposite. I would put it on Peter Turkson, right? At obviously you line shop. Obviously, you don't do it all at one book. You line shop. You get the best odds. You can get Turkson at about 4-1, and then I would hedge it with a prop on Italy at about if you can get 2-1, that'd be nice. If you can only get 3-2, then you go with that. But that way you've got any of the Italian long shots covered, and then you've also got Turkson, so you've got the prophecy covered. Then there's the guy from Canada. I don't know. The problem is that he is very conservative. He's the most conservative out of the three, so I've read, and I know that the College of Cardinals was stacked by Benedict with conservative cardinals who would forward his conservative agenda. So maybe they will be attracted to him for those reasons. What do you think about that?
Very much so as well. And as you were speaking of proposition bets, I think this one's definitely worth adding on to that. Is betting on the age of the new pope. Keep it low.
Keep it low.
Yeah, keep it low. I think there's been too much age, and the fact that God's Rottweiler, old Ratina, Pope Benedict, has left due to ill health at the sprightly age of 83 or something. The Catholic Church might want to have somebody with a bit more legs to him who can do something similar to what Hillary Clinton did when she was Secretary of State.
Yes.
Jetting all over the rails, seeing a lot of people, shaking a lot of hands. So yeah, go for a low pope, a young pope rather.
I agree with
obviously,
you.
65 to 70, no younger.
I agree with that completely. So then why do you like Arinze? Because he's 80. I mean, that is old. 80?
Well, I always like to hedge my bets as well. Maybe it's just one of those things. His name rings a bell with me somewhere.
Okay. Well, Mike Richardson likes Arinze despite his advanced age of 80 years old. Me personally, I'm going to take Turkson, line chop around to get 4-1, and then hedge it with a prop bet on Italy. Thanks so much, Mike.